Good hearts, good lives are like in some, so never make it out alive. Make it out alive.
Hi guys, so I'm going to try my best now to give this video a short intro, but you can see from the title what this video is, and I really wanted to do this video because when I first became vegan, my major question was, what am I going to bring to school? So in this video I do have 5 ideas, so hopefully if any of you guys want to try out some vegan recipes, or if you are vegan, you can find this video really helpful. And also I'm really excited to be putting this video up because it is going to be a collab with one of my subscribers called Pia. Her channel is called Pia's Passion. She has honestly given me so much support with my channel, so I went to her channel, went to go check it out, and her videos are such high quality. She's also vegan, which is amazing, so I was like, girl, do you want to do a collab? So here it is. Her video will be the first link in the description box, and please check it out because honestly her videos are absolutely amazing. She needs so much more credit than what she does get for her videos. But yeah, that's everything I have to cover, so let's get into the video and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so beginning with the first lunch, the first recipe I have is for pasta. So obviously all you're going to need is some pasta sauce, and to go with that you want to choose some pasta of your choice. And you just want to take 2 saucepans. In a smaller saucepan you just want to cook the pasta, so obviously just put the boiling water on and turn on a high heat, and then go in with the larger saucepan and just put in the sauce. Then to really make this filling and tasty, I'm taking some mixed veg and just mixing that in with the sauce, and this is on a low heat. And then after about 10 minutes or so you just want to drain your pasta and then just put it into the same saucepan with the sauce and the veg in and just mix it all together. You can then either serve it immediately or you can put it in the fridge, and this is really handy if you just want to make a big batch of it, but at the same time it only takes about 10 minutes to make. Also, another extra thing I like to do is just take a little bit of oregano. This doesn't do much, but I like doing it anyway. But that is the finished first meal. Very quick and very tasty. So this next recipe is for burgers made from mainly chickpeas and sweet potatoes, and these taste so good. Shout out to my friend Chloe who originally gave me this recipe because I just love these burgers. So obviously they're sweet potato burgers, so you're just going to need 1 large sweet potato, and then you just want to cut that up into small cubes and then put it in a saucepan and just let those boil till the potatoes go nice and soft. Then whilst those are cooking you want to take a can of chickpeas and just drain those, and then also just rinse them so they're nice and fresh. You then just want to put them in a large bowl and just start to mash them up, and as you can see this is the consistency that I'm left with, but depending on your consistency and how mushy you make everything will depend on how long you end up cooking everything later on. Anyway, I'm just draining off the sweet potatoes, also adding those into the mix and again mashing them up too. Then to add a bit of flavour in, I'm just taking some barbecue sauce. I really have no measurements for these, I kind of just see what I think looks good, and you can see what I'm doing on the screen here, but yeah, sorry, don't have exact measurements. And then I'm also just taking some garlic and some smoked paprika, just adding that in, and once again I'm just doing whatever I think would taste good, but you can completely change this down to personal preference. I'm then just making these into little burger shapes, and this recipe does make about 6 of them. And I'm also taking some sesame oil and just brushing this on. I usually use my fingers, I don't know why I used to brush today. And then they're just going in the oven for 20 to 40 minutes. I know that sounds vague, but it really just depends on the consistency. I find these taste best when they're nice and crispy, and one good thing about this is that you can also freeze them and have them another day. You can have them in so many different ways. As you can see here, I've just put them with spinach, egg-free mayo, tomato and made it into a little sandwich, but you can also put them in a salad and have them that way as well. Once again, very filling and very easy for on the go. Now for an actual salad, this is just the one I always go to because it's the easiest and it's what I think tastes the best. So I'm beginning with, I'm just taking some lettuce leaves and just putting that to make a base, and then I'm just taking some spinach, cutting it up so it's easier to eat and to be able to have on my fork. Then I'm just going in with some cucumber because cucumber always makes everything refreshing, just cutting that up into little fours and putting that in. Then I've got some baby carrots. I don't often go for these, but you know, we had them in the house, so I thought, why not? And lastly, I'm just taking some pomegranate seeds. I love adding sweet elements into salad. It's my favorite thing ever, so I'm just sprinkling some pomegranate seeds. And if you like adding sweet things, definitely try this. Then to make this really convenient for school, I'm just taking a bag of rice and a little Ziploc bag that I will have cooked the night before. And one thing I love having with rice salads is some sauce. So I've got some sesame oil and some soy sauce. And I also just have a little container, so I just like to put a little bit of whatever I fancy into the container. Also just slip that into my main lunchbox, and there we have it. So now I probably have my favourite wraps of all times, and these literally consist of 3 ingredients. So I'm just starting off with some red kidney beans. I just heat these up on the hob. I'm then taking some mild salsa because I just can't handle anything spicy, and I'm just dosing my wrap in this. I'm then just taking the cooked kidney beans and just putting them on, and I like to use a lot of these because they do fill me up really well and provide a lot of protein. And then just failing at holding some cheese up to the camera, but I have this vegan cheese from Holland & Barrett, and I'm just using this to grate on top of my wrap. And then just rolling these up into a wrap, just securing it down with a little bit of extra salsa, and there we have it. With the amount of kidney beans you have in a tin, you can even make about 4 of these. I find it makes 2 or 3 really nice and chunky ones. Even though they don't necessarily look chunky in this video, trust me, they're very filling. And then I also have another wrap recipe if you like something a little bit more refreshing and obviously filled with salad. So to get all my protein in and also make the wrap a lot more filling, I'm just taking some quinoa and just cooking that. So I'm taking half of a cup, just putting it in a sieve for the time being, and I am just rinsing it. It is important to rinse your quinoa, so try not to forget that step because I always do. Then just putting that in a saucepan for the time being with no heat on, and I'm just going to make some vegetable stock. So I'm taking 2 stock cubes and just putting in a whole cup of water, and then I'm just making sure I stir this nice and thoroughly so all the stock cubes are dissolved. Just pouring this into the quinoa, putting it on a high heat and letting it boil. Once it's boiled, I just leave it on there for about 15 minutes to simmer. Moving on to the wrap, I'm just taking some hummus just as a nice little base, then chopping up some spinach to get my greens in there, you know, gotta get some iron. Then once again, just to make it nice and refreshing and light, just adding some cucumber. And then I have to have my sweet things in a salad, so I'm just going in with some strawberries, just cutting these into 4. I think I only put like 3 strawberries in there. Looks like there's loads on here. And lastly, just going in with my quinoa. I found that the amount of quinoa I used makes enough for about 3 wraps, so if you do want this to go throughout the week, definitely double the recipe and use about 1 cup of quinoa and 2 cups of vegetable stock. But these are what the wraps look like. Once again, very tasty, very filling, especially for a school day. But you might want to add a little bit of hummus because I don't think you'd really want it falling apart like my one. So there's my video. It's been a while since I filmed one in this style, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. And like I said before, I'll leave Pia's link down below. It would honestly mean the world if you did check out her video and subscribe to her channel if you've enjoyed. And also, whilst I'm saying that, feel free to subscribe to my channel if you're new here. And if you did like this video, please do give it a like rating. But I mean, apart from that, that's everything. So thank you so much for watching and have a nice day. Bye guys.